We have purchased a mask for dust. So I got a 3M filter mask and a couple of these filters that go on the sides here. I'm gonna look like Bane from Batman once we're done here, but the filters go on the side here, and this is gonna help protect all the dust that's going to be created when I start sanding here. In all my years of putting drywall up, I've never really worn a mask because the areas were really kind of small and I really didn't have to do a lot of sanding. Or I had a window open and had a fan in there. But this situation is a little bit different because we have so much more joint compound on the walls, and I don't want to get any of those dust particles in my lungs as I get older. So we are going to wear that mask like we should, get some nice goggles on while I'm doing it, or just wear my glasses so I don't get the dust particles in my eyes. And we're gonna really hit it hard with sanding all this drywall down because there is a lot of joint compound to be sanded down, even though it's thin, and we're gonna be able to use a fine sanding block. So, good idea to use that. That one's got a good rating. That is the 3M 6500 series. For those of you that are interested in ordering a mask, it's got a lot of purchases and a lot of good ratings on it. So that's what we're going to use. And 3M's obviously a national brand where you should be able to get replacement filters pretty easily for that. So that is the plan on that. So I just finished the first coat of the corner bead here, and I used my trusty dusty trowel that we ordered a couple of weeks back. And overall, it didn't come out half bad. It's not perfect by any means, but overall, not too bad for the first time in, gosh, 20 years since I've done corner beads. So got a little bit of ridging here, which is absolutely fine. We'll sand that out. Little rough spots here, but this is all really shaded down or shaved down, and I'll be able to go up with a fine sanding block on that. But overall, a little bubbling up here, but overall not too bad. And again, this is the first coat, so we'll come back through and do a second coat to finish that off, and then a third coat for the final coat. So the first of three, not too bad. We're gonna let that side dry before I do the side over here. That way I don't get any stragglers that get caught up in the wet mud over here. So we're gonna go through and do two more corners on the outside of the hallway here, and then the inside of the room. We'll let those dry, and then while those are drying, we will continue our mission to sand down a lot of these walls. So give you an update soon. Until then. So this is the corner bead that is in the bedroom, and I decided to try something a little bit different on this one. What I did is I used my 6-inch taping knife to put the first bead of joint compound along the edge, made it really thin, and then I went back through and used an 8-inch taping knife. This is a Blue Blade by Wallboard. Very, very nice taping knife. And I went back, it's an 8-inch knife, and went back and did another coat on top of that 6-inch joint compound bead that I put in. And I gotta say, did a lot better with this. And I also have a 10-inch one of these, which I will go back through and put a third coat on to make it the official first coat. So if that makes any sense. Anyways, probably gonna stick with these type blades. I just don't have enough skill with the trowel yet to get everything on. And since I am not a professional and I'm not gonna do this every weekend, we're just gonna stick to what we know, even though the trowel did work very well and was able to get that corner bead on quick on the other two. So still a good tool, still gonna use it for other items, but for the corner beads, we'll probably stick with this and we'll go from there. So we are going to wrap this part of it up, and then let's start some sanding. So until then.
I think it's safe to say that this filter worked quite well, because I'm still breathing fresh air, but I look a little different than I did before. So, we're done for the day. We still have daylight out, and if we look at the closet, it is all sanded down on the inside. Actually, it looks pretty good, and there's a ton of dust on the floor. There's so much dust I can write my name in it. For you IT guys out there, hello world. So, time to go get some dinner. Time to wrap up this one for the day. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you at the next video. Until then,